Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! When you share a story with somebody who's become a fan of Descendants of Zombies for how strongly they feel about Descendants of Zombies, it gives you a chance to create one of the strongest Descendants of Zombies YouTube channels ever created that anybody has ever watched. And it has been the greatest dream of mine to have the strongest Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel ever created, because I've often said that I would love for every Descendants of Zombies fan to eventually subscribe here because they saw something special in the videos and the content that was created because of my understanding and this emotional connection that I have with the Descendants of Zombies niche. Ever since becoming a part of this niche and having fallen into this niche, I've had this unbelievable opportunity to share this story with you about how I became a fan of Descendants of Zombies, which happened for me one night at random. I will never forget how girls showed up at my door every year on Halloween trying to convince me and persuade me to create a Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel that they could love, that they could subscribe to, that they could see something special in every night. Because there are a lot of voices that you guys hear on YouTube, either voices or content creators that you see every night that promise you these videos that never seem to happen. That will never happen here on this YouTube channel because I am very dedicated to you and I'm very dedicated to these franchises, more dedicated to you than anything else in my lifetime, because I made that solemn commitment that I was going to upload a video about Descendants of Zombies to give you something special to watch and even more to believe in as we make our way into this very unpredictable future, which many of us are really excited to be a part of, finding out what the consequences of time-traveling adventures with Red and Chloe will be. We know that Red and Chloe have apparently created a new villain. We have no idea who that villain is. I would love the opportunity to see firsthand who he is and what he offers to the plot. We know that Red now has a sister as one of the many consequences of time travel, so we have a lot to look forward to, and it has received a lot of criticism because people don't know what to expect, and that's where the criticism stems from. They don't know what to expect. How many times have you watched your favorite TV show and then something hits you from out of nowhere because it wasn't what you expected to happen? You know, I used to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer over 25 years ago, and oftentimes things would happen throughout the progression of that series between Buffy and Angel, which eventually became Buffy and Spike's relationship, which felt very misunderstood by a lot of people. But the reason why this stuff happened when Angel took a time away from the franchise was because you never saw it coming. You always thought that Buffy and Angel would spend the rest of their lives together because they loved each other with all of their heart. These stories about love and understanding of friendship between Red and Chloe and Zed and Addison have been told for years, but in very different forms and in very different ways from what they're being told now. And many of us have become accustomed to the way these stories have been told, and that's what's allowed creators to bring their content to life and have it resonate with more people than ever before. If I was a content creator for Descendants of Zombies behind the scenes, writing scripts and creating characters, the one thing I would often think about is each and every one of you and what I could do to bring these characters to life with their stories, because whatever character we talk about, they all have stories, and we feel very strongly about their stories, and we just want their stories to be seen and heard and showcased in ways they've never had the chance to be showcased ever before. And it became the greatest honor of my life to bring these stories about Red and Chloe, for say, to life for you, because I knew how special these characters were to each and every one of you, because you've obviously drawn something special away from them, and taking something special away from them every single time was the greatest opportunity in your lifetime. I want you guys to know that you guys will always have this YouTube channel, because there often have been content creators who have promised you more Descendants of Zombies videos than ever before that never seem to surface, that never seem to happen for this, this world. And all I've ever wanted to do is be that dedicated voice behind a microphone that could tell you that Descendants 5 was coming and Zombies 5 was going to happen, and make you hold on to that belief, because many of us who have been fans of these franchises for forever have never wanted to let go. I was the biggest fan ever of Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus's character, because Hannah Montana really brought the best out of Miley Cyrus's ability to bring characters to life and sing music. Because you could give Miley Cyrus anything to sing and she would come through every single time. And so many people took something special away from Miley Cyrus every single time they watched her or they saw her live and in person. They got her autograph, they saw her perform. It was a tremendous generation to have been a part of, and now this generation captivates even more people than ever before. It became the greatest honor of my life to be a part of this generation, to be considered the voice of Descendants of Zombies for so many dedicated fans, and to have this distinction of having touched so many hearts, far more hearts than I ever was given credit for, became the most fun that I've ever had in my lifetime, along with the most enjoyable experience that any content creator could have ever had, because because once you touch the hearts of every fan of Descendants of Zombies and you win those hearts, you've truly got something grateful to appreciate and to hold on to forever, something that you know, without ever explaining why, but you know that it will hold a very special place in your heart for forever. I think that many of us have had a story when it comes to Descendants of Zombies, how we discovered the franchise, found out how powerful it was, and experienced it firsthand. From events like the Worlds Collide Tour, moments like the premieres of The Rise of Red and Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, we all were a part of it, and we all took something special away from it. I may have drank 5 slush puppies leading up to the premiere of Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, but that's what made these moments so special, is that I may have only drank 5 slush puppies, but I had the chance to share in these moments and these memories we created together with all of you, because I met so many incredible fans of Descendants of Zombies who felt very differently about their favorite characters because they all had a story about why they loved Red, why they loved Nova, why they loved Victor. And that's what brought this to life, because I think for every fan of Descendants of Zombies, they've obviously felt differently. They felt emotionally connected and drawn to these franchises, and that's what makes this so special. And I've also shared stories with you about my own life and things happening around me to allow me the chance to bring these videos to life. Because when you can do that, you know you've touched the heart of somebody in so many emphatic ways, because somewhere out there in this really big universe every night, there is always that one girl watching your video on their phone and their tablet that just wants to be given something special to believe in. And knowing that I could be that guy to resonate with far more hearts than ever given credit for was the greatest honor and greatest chance by far that I've ever been given. Thank you so much for believing in me and trusting in the content that I created about Zombies 5 happening and Descendants 5 coming to be. Because we are setting ourselves up to be a part of a beautiful future. We may never know what that future has in store, but that's what makes this future so exciting to be a part of, is never knowing what the future has in store. Because if we did know what that future had in store, then we probably wouldn't be as excited as we currently are leading up to Descendants 5 with Wonderland's premiere and Zombies 5, which is happening sometime between now and 2027. And I know 2027 feels like forever away for many of you. You're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, 2027 is never going to come. But trust me, time is very precious, because time always has a way of elapsing and running out. And even though it feels like it's never going to happen, it eventually will. Many of us will be older, and we will have that greater appreciation forever and always for Descendants of Zombies, because we don't know what the story is going to detail, how more far advanced this story is going to be for Victor and Nova. I think it's going to be a really beautiful one, because it's going to be far more advanced than we ever imagined it would be. It's going to offer things like mermaids, pirates, sirens, witches, and everything in between. And because I've had a greater appreciation for supernatural over time and over the years, I think that bringing this one to life is a tremendous gamble in a lot of ways, but it's also a really profound chance to make more people fall in love with this franchise like I've done for many years. For the better part of over a decade, I've had the honor of sharing in these franchises with so many wonderful people who have taken something special away from it, and I will never forget any of you for what you did for me as the creator of this content and this channel, because you made it your favorite. You somewhere, somehow chose this channel every single time because of how I believed in it more than any content creator you guys watch every night, perhaps, and it became the greatest honor of my life and the most fun that I've ever had. I really do believe that when you can give somebody a reason to believe in Descendants of Zombies more than they ever previously have, that's what makes every video special, and every single time you push record, it's so worth it. Because touching the heart of a fan of Descendants of Zombies is all I've ever wanted to do. I've wanted to make people feel more strongly than ever before about Descendants of Zombies, confident in their own abilities and their goals and their dreams, because for every single person watching this video tonight, I know you have a goal and a dream, and I think the greatest feeling you could ever have is pursuing that dream, setting goals for yourself, going on to pursue your dreams, and making them become a reality for you, because the greatest realization is realizing your dream is happening for you for no unexplained reason or any reason being presented. It just kind of happens for you, no matter how far away you may seem to be from joining the cheerleading squad, the swim team, joining a gym. I've really encouraged that, because I think that girls who feel empowered are some of the strongest people ever. I think that girl empowerment is very important. It's very critical to have moving forward, and the more people that I can feel empowered through the power of these videos, that's all I've ever wanted to do. Empowerment with girls is very important, because they are what makes this world so special and an unbelievable experience, and has really set me on this incredible journey discovering the power behind Descendants of Zombies. Because one thing that Descendants of Zombies has very casually promoted is girl empowerment. It's been very heavily promoted, very casually promoted on times, and For the first time ever, you see these Disney girls promoting themselves as some of the strongest people ever. I saw it in Ruby, I saw it in Kylie, it was truly undeniable, and seeing them do what they did for their roles, being so dedicated to gym regimens, always staying in shape, on top of their game, and their presentation of characters such as Red, Chloe, and Bridget, even though Bridget's time was very short-lived, the empowerment they achieved from Descendants of Zombies gave us empowerment, made us feel more empowered in so many incredible ways. So because they made us feel empowered in so many incredible ways, that's why you're seeing people join the gym more often. That's why you're seeing people take something special away from Descendants of Zombies every single time, and that's what makes this so worth it. I've often credited Ruby Rose Turner for being the sweetest and most genuine person that I could have ever had the honor of talking about, and that's what made every video I would go on to record and share my thoughts about with each and every one of you about Ruby, and how I thought Ruby was really a genuinely sweet person, because I really did believe that her story was never told and completed. While many people have been led in the direction of believing that her story may have been told and completed, I've often encouraged you guys to continue on believing in the chance of Ruby re-emerging in this franchise. While it may be forever away for many of us, or at least feel like that, Ruby has a lot going on. So because she's got a lot going on, she put that before being a character in Descendants moving forward, but that doesn't mean that character never meant the world to her. Her exemplification of bullying and how much of a profound impact it can have on a person's soul, and how much further kindness can take a person in this lifetime, really allowed me to put into perspective that there are far more kinder people out there in this world than ever given credit for. We see them every day. They may never tell us that they are the sweetest person ever, but they really are. And I think that the sweetest people ever that we meet that kind of come into our lives without ever any explanation ever being offered makes life worth experiencing and living every single time. Because living through a lifetime with a really sweet person who will never quit on you is the greatest and most rewarding feeling ever. Because I've become a stronger person because of all of you. Ever since you guys became a part of my life and kind of just showed up and gave me so much incentive and creative energy behind every video I ever created, this became the greatest honor of my life and the most fun that I've ever had. I have never seen Kylie Cantrell and Freya Sky and even Ruby be so strong and feel so strongly about their futures, and I felt more than honored to be a part of these futures with thousands of people who obviously drew inspiration from every video I ever created and saw something special in those videos where I talked about your favorite characters and their stories, because no matter what characters we talk about, they all have stories, and they just want that chance to have their story seen and heard by more people than ever before. I never imagined that this channel would have gone on to become everybody's favorite, but it did, because you guys forever saw something special in the music, the character stories, and how those stories were told and how they resonated with you, because I think resignation is something that's very important for Descendants of Zombies. The recognition of resignation with thousands of people. Once you realize you have that and you've won the hearts of every fan of Descendants of Zombies, there is no greater feeling in the world, and I had the chance to experience this with all of you who felt very differently about Descendants of Zombies, and oftentimes it was very difficult to win your hearts. But lo and behold, we became stronger together, and we built such a strong community. Because my greatest dream and my only hope that I've seen to ever have is that thousands of people were going to subscribe here and make this a stronger community. And together, that's exactly what we did. These videos have been seen by your favorite stars. They've been seen by more people than ever before. And that's all I ever wanted to happen for me, because that's the only hope I've ever seen to have. Because for every content creator out there, while they may never admit to this, it is very difficult to become a top content creator on YouTube, because years ago it was so easy to put your video out into the algorithm. It was all about the way YouTube used to work. It was all about who had the shorter video, who had the fastest internet, and who could upload their video before everybody else. So if your video popped up at midnight on YouTube, or between 11 o'clock and midnight every night, your video would be some of the first to be recommended. Now, YouTube wasn't the most fantastic platform because they have this huge web marker in the bottom left-hand corner of videos. You couldn't go live. You couldn't create videos in 4K. Now you can do more opportunities are at your disposal with YouTube than ever before. There was no YPP program or monetization opportunities being offered at the time. YouTube was very different in 2005. Now, 20 years later in 2026, YouTube has seen so many advancements, and it's really evolved. And I really do love having the chance to share with you these incredible stories about Beauty and the Beast, Alice in Wonderland, and even Cinderella, because for every Disney princess's story, there was always something special to recognize and always talk about. And I've loved having these conversations with thousands of people who have obviously taken something special away from Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and Alice in Wonderland more than we perhaps ever wanted to remember or ever given credit for. I think that this is a tremendous opportunity that more content creators should really seize and take full advantage of. And I'm not talking about monetization opportunities or YPP program opportunities to qualify for. What I'm talking about is resonating with your audience and understanding your audience, building a friendship and an understanding of who your audience are and the content they want created. Because I've often been encouraged to keep on creating content people have come to know, love, and certainly appreciate, and that's all I ever wanted to be a part of, while building a stronger community around us all for Descendants of Zombies. And lo and behold, that is exactly what happened, because so many people believed in this channel with all their heart, and that's really what's made this YouTube channel so special for me. Talking about Freya Sky, Kylie Control, having these conversations more often than enough with thousands of people, because I really did believe that Kylie Control was the strongest person that I had ever had a chance to profile in my lifetime, and it became such a huge honor for me and the most fun that I've ever had. I've talked about everything from TV shows, movies, video games, and even pro wrestling, general sports conversations, pop culture related content, movies, music, you name it. I've been there for it all. I've witnessed the rise in popularity of people like Ariana Grande and obviously Taylor Swift, boy bands like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and Westlife, and now 20 years later I'm talking about your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, and I've never felt more honored to have had the chance to experience something so phenomenal and by far one of the most powerful franchises that I've ever had the chance to be a part of, because we only ever have only one life to live, and because we never know how much time we have, because time is so precious and it always has this way of emphatically running out and expiring. I think that the thing is, it's really good that we don't know how much time we have, because the question would always be in the back of our mind, what would we do with more time if we had it? How will we spend the time that we are allocated? Will we go back in time to fix some of the mistakes we've left untouched, some kind of unfinished business we're dealing with? Will we go back in time just to have the chance to tell more people in our lifetime we surround ourselves with that we love them? That question will forever always remain in the back of our hearts and our minds. But what's brought us that much closer together is this love and support that we've always had for our favorite stars, and how we've always just wanted this emphatic chance to be a part of something special and to share in these moments with people like Kylie Control and Ruby Rose Turner, because they are the strongest people in the world. They are packing so much muscle and so much heart behind everything they love, and that's pretty much all of you. And I think we can feel stronger together about them and their futures, because their futures is something that I'm really excited to be a part of and have the chance to obviously share in with each and every one of you. From wherever you're watching this video tonight, or from wherever you hear my voice for whatever reason you found my YouTube channel, it is my profound honor to once again be in your presence, to join you on this exceptionally beautiful evening tonight, because the sun is setting behind me. It's just after dusk, and it is really beautiful. There's just something about this island in the nighttime, and it's beyond me why they didn't choose this over British Columbia, this location, to shoot Descendants of Zombies, because it's really beautiful, and it presents us with a tremendous opportunity to experience Descendants of Zombies perhaps in ways we never imagined possible. If you are somebody who loves Descendants of Zombies with all of your heart, I truly believe that this YouTube channel could be the YouTube channel for you, because over 4,000 people just about have seen something special in every video I've ever had the honor to create, and it became my profound honor to join you every night, to have these conversations each and every single day that I had the opportunity to. No matter what's going on around me, I seem to always have time to record a video to share my thoughts on Descendants of Zombies with you guys, and it's been such a joy and such a wonderful experience that I could only hope that I could have the chance to relive over again. So because we are witnessing a generation that we will never have the chance to re-experience ever again, and we're just pretty much trying to keep alive, I think these are moments that should forever and always be cherished, and should never ever be forgotten for the significant impact that these franchises have gone on to have on our hearts in so many emphatic ways. Thank you so much for always choosing this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, because this YouTube channel will always be here to be your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, to give you something excited to watch. And I think that that's really what brings this YouTube channel to life. The appreciation I've had for the stories I've shared with you within these videos, that you guys saw something special within. Stories about Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, and even Red and Chloe, and Zed and Addison for their love story, and Red and Chloe's friendship, which was taken further by the rise of Red, and will be taken even further as we move forward to Descendants 5 with Wonderland, which presents us with the chance to be a part of something so special that I think many of us are never ever going to forget. Guys, I will never live long enough to show you how much I appreciate each and every one of you, or be able to put into words how appreciative I am of every fan of Descendants of Zombies who have seemed to be with me from the very first video that I've ever created and uploaded here on this YouTube channel. Over 10 years ago I started creating Descendants of Zombies content, and little did I know it would go on to be so well received and so revered in the hearts of thousands of people, because no matter who we are, we all have a story to share with the world and everybody when it comes to Descendants of Zombies. Your favorite stars have shared countless stories with you about how they drew inspiration from stars of the past or moments they may have experienced in their own life, and it gave us a chance to get to know them for the people they are, and I found a lot of time in appreciating that. So thank you so much from wherever you're watching this video tonight, from wherever you hear my voice, because it's always been my profound honor to bring so many wonderful videos to life, which is something I look forward to being a part of and having a chance to do and create in the very near future, because we are setting ourselves up to be a part of something so miraculous, so unbelievable, and truly breathtaking, which is the future of Descendants of Zombies. And I would like to invite you to subscribe here to this YouTube channel, help make this YouTube channel stronger, put some muscle behind the Descendants of Zombies community, because every single person, whoever subscribes here, truly goes a long way, a distance, in creating this into the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, which is something I've wanted to have happen for this channel, and how much I believed in Descendants of Zombies for a very long time. And I had the chance to share in that with thousands of people. Thank you so much for having watched this video.